Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm in Villierstown here in County Waterford. We're just standing outside this old church here today, Villierstown Church. So this church was built in 1748 and is in the Queen Anne style. Cruciform shape with 3 fine stained glass windows. Now the Reverend Philip Homan was buried beneath the altar in the church after dying of famine fever contracted while caring for his parishioners. So we'll go around and we'll read a couple of graves inside, and just as we come in then we have a huge Celtic cross here, memorial one, and it says to Henry Villiers Barnes Stewart, who died on January the 23rd 1874, and to his wife Therese Pauline Lady Stewart, and she died in 1867. And the monument was erected by their son in affectionate remembrance. So we'll go inside and check out this place. And it really is nice as you just enter the gates here. Cool church. Not a very big area, but there is something at the top of the you can see that beautiful clock there in the bell tower. So it says this clock was the gift of Mary Villiers Stewart of Dromana to the people of Villierstown, to whom she was deeply attached, 1910. And there's a new engravement underneath that, then it says restored by Mary's grandson James in 1990. And the clock actually doesn't work today because the time is different on it. So this path here, we'll go explore around here. So there's a plaque here and it says remember the Reverend Philip Homan, M.A., who died the 20th of November 1846, aged 47 years old, of famine fever contracted while ministering to the suffering of all denominations. He rests beneath this stone, it says. Wow. So it says here he rests beneath this stone. Now the other story says he rests beneath the altar. So oh, actually, sorry guys, it does say something here. Look at that. Reverend Philip Homan is buried in a specially constructed vault beneath the floor at the altar end of the church. The exact location is not known. So it says he's buried beneath the church, and then it says the exact location is not known. And just here then it says he's buried beneath this stone. So we have 3 different stories there of where he's buried. So unusual. So this is the back of the old church. Wow, the door is actually open, guys. Just have a quick look inside. Wow. Look at that. So I believe it's now a community hall. It was a church, so they made it into a community area. A hall here for people to come in. Looks like there's a stage here. People performing here. And those beautiful stained glass windows. So this was the altar area, I'm sure, in the church. So is the Reverend buried under a stage where people perform and sing? Wow, that is weird. Yeah, so we'll go back outside again, guys. And just close that door. So we're back outside. So there's a few headstones here. We see a cast iron one just there. Don't see any inscription on that. We do have ones over here. John Hawkes, son of George Hawkes, who died in 1902. He was born in 1829. To the memory of John Gifford Armit. Never heard of that surname, Armit, who died the 5th of September 1908, aged 58, and his son-in-law. Is buried here. This is Mary Eyre, it looks like, the wife of John Gifford Armit. Mary died on the 10th of October 1906. So it's a nice church, really nice old church. Look at that, built in the 1700s. And we can see something there at the back of the church as well. Actually looks like a vault, guys. Look at that. I think this is a vault, and there's a headstone here in the front. So we'll read this. So it says Henry Villiers Stewart of Dromana, son of the first Lord and Lady Stewart, born in September the 13th, 1827. And just here it says, married in 1865, Mary, daughter of the Venerable, is it? Archdeacon Power, and died October the 12th, 1893. And then we have Mary Villiers Stewart herself here, beloved wife of Henry Villiers Stewart of Dromana, born on March the 17th, 1842, and died September the 14th, 1907. So here we have Henry is buried here with his wife Mary. And interesting to see on it there, it says when they were married. You can see the word there, in 1865. So we'll go down this narrow area here, just down at the side of the old vault. And it is a big vault, guys, and mucky, very mucky here going down. So now we're at the other side of the old church. And just next door to the old church then we have the vault. Look at that. See some rust coming on the door. So the headstone is on the other side of the old vault. So I'm going to have a look inside, guys. I'll take the phone off the gimbal. We'll have a look inside. There's a couple of holes on top of the door there. We'll just have a look in and see what style the vault is and if there are any coffins there or what's in there. I'm sure there's coffins, but We'll see how many's in there. So we'll have a look. Wow, look at that, guys. So at the back of the vault here we have arch-shaped areas there for coffins. Down beneath we have more there. And you can see on the right there, there's one, maybe two coffins just there as well. You can see how fresh they are. Look at the handles. So there's possibly maybe 2 or 3 people buried in there. So it's kind of hard to see in. The holes are very small to look in, so I'm doing my best. Yeah, it's an unusual design. I haven't seen a vault design like that before. Just ahead there, I don't know if that's a lead coffin or is that just part of a window area in the vault. It could be actually, it's a lead coffin I think, actually sitting inside in a, it's like an oven shape kind of crypt area there. Right guys, so we had a look in there. Beautiful vault. Interesting to see all those coffins in there. Or maybe 3 in there altogether, so I'm sure that's Henry and his wife Mary are buried in there. Lady Mary, I think. So we'll keep going. There's a few headstones on this side of the church ground. Really nice one here. This is remembrance of Thomas Parry, son of Much Parry, Hugh Parry, sorry. Oh, and it just says here, who was accidentally drowned in the Blackwater River whilst trying to save the boat of the vessel Kate. Wow. September the 3rd, 1904, aged 30 years old. So we have someone who's buried here and they drowned, went trying to save. Just have to look at that again. Save. He drowned trying to save the boat of the vessel Kate. We can see there, Kate. I have a small one down here. Just says Jacob Cliff died 1953. You can just see the other side of the old church. It's now a community hall. And you see that sometimes where churches are made into, like, you know, the community. And it's nice to see, you know, that they kind of, they're still using it today. It wasn't left abandoned, or the window probably needs to be fixed there. It's boarded up. And there's a grave here. More connections to the Villiers. In loving memory of James Henry Villiers Stewart, 1928 to 2004. His loving wife Emily Nee Graham, 1930 to 2021. So the Villiers Stewarts the family lineage is still going there. The last burial was 2021. So I'm sure they're still living in the area. Yeah, so there's nothing else around there, guys. There's another one next door to this, Villiers Stewart. We'll see what name, and this is another family member. This is Elspeth Villiers Stewart, died the 10th of April 1943. And I think that could be the name. When I came in there, I'll just double check to see the name on the old clock there. Elspeth Villiers Stewart. So I'll just go back around and we can get out this side. Still lots of room here actually for people to be buried when you think about it. And there is a plaque on the side of the church, erected by the people of Villierstown in grateful and happy remembrance of Elspeth. That's the woman just behind us there, the grave we read. So that plaque was erected for Villierstown, Elspeth. So Mary Villiers Stewart, the woman that's buried in the vault there, she put this clock up here as a gift to the people of Villierstown village. So guys, I think that's it. There's not much else to see here. It's a small area, and sometimes these small areas can hold a lot of history, as we just found out. So for me here in Villierstown in County Waterford, don't forget, please, if you can, hit the thumbs up. It helps the video. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content and history, and hit the notification bell. So until the next time, take care and God bless.